In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to maximize the value out of all your leads. If you guys aren't going through your old leads, then you're leaving tons of money on the table. Even for leads that have been on leads list that have tanked, usually over the next couple of months, people have forgotten about them and the price recovers. And if you're not looking through your old leads, then you're going to miss all those opportunities where you can make money. So this is a lead that I personally have bought. It is a copy product. I'm not going to say which one, but I did buy it, and you can see in June, it was good for about 2 months until more people started hopping on the listing and the price just started tanking. And at this point, it's not profitable anymore. So it's probably a bad lead now at this point. However, if I zoom out, you can see 5 months later, we're in January now, the price has actually recovered. The offer count dropped all the way down to 8, and even the monthly sold is back up to 50. Even with less sellers, so it's probably a pretty good product to sell now. But if we're not looking back on our leads, we're gonna miss opportunities like this. Okay, the reason why you're probably not looking through your old leads is because, let's be real, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of clicking, a lot of manual work. It's very tedious. I mean, that's how I feel about it anyway. I don't know about you. Now I just sound lazy, actually. Am I just exposing myself? It doesn't matter. The point is, due to my laziness, I've made a system that has allowed me to search for leads in minutes instead of hours. And it has made the work of just looking through leads a much more pleasant experience. Now, I want to show you guys step by step how to set up this system so you guys can also start saving tons of time and looking through your old leads way faster. Alright guys, first step is to go to Arbitrack. I'll put the link in the description. Once you're here, top right button right here, click on it. Now to make your account, just put your name, email, and password. I'm going to be using a demo account just to show you guys how it works. Create your password. Make sure you fulfill the requirements here. And click create account. Alright, the next step is to connect to your Amazon seller account so Arbitrack can start fetching fresh price data for your leads. So we're going to click this connect button next. Sign into your Amazon account. Put in your password. Get the code from your phone. If you see this, click United States. And then mine says Arbitrack Beta, but you'll see the actual Arbitrack. This is just for the demo. And then check this box here and then click confirm. Okay, after that, you'll see this pricing page. There's a 30-day free trial, so just click on this. You don't need any credit card information or anything. So this is the lead bank where you're gonna spend most of the time looking at old leads once you get them in here. And I'm gonna show you how to import them right now. All right, so first thing you wanna do is click this import leads button. This is the import leads page. I try to make it as easy as possible to import any existing Excel file that you have, but I also have an option here so you can download a template if you want to just use that as well. So the first thing you need to do before importing your leads into Arbitrack is creating a lead list. And all that is just really a bucket of where your leads are going to go into, and you can label it anything. And it's really simple to do. All you have to do is go over here, this yellow button here, just click it. Click this create lead list, name it anything you want. In this case, I'm going to import 1 day of a lead list I'm subscribed to, and so I'm just going to put the name of the lead list here and just click create lead list. You'll see that there's like a warning message about mappings. Don't worry about it, we're going to create mappings for it in a second. The next important thing that we need to set is the leads date, and this is basically how we're going to choose to import when we found the lead. And if we click on it here, we have 3 settings: set date manually, extract date from file data, and extract date from file name. I'm just going to talk about these 2 since they're the ones that you're most likely going to use, and maybe make another video for the 3rd option. Set date manually is pretty simple. You're going to drop your Excel file in here, you're going to select the date, and basically you're saying you found all the leads on that date. If you do extract date from file data, the date is going to get read from your Excel file. So this is one of my old spreadsheets I used to use for tracking one of my leads, in this case the ones I bought. And you can see in this first column it has the date, and there are different dates here. So this is an example where I would use that second setting where I want to get the date from the Excel file. So this is one of my old lead lists I got from my subscriptions a long time ago. This is from back in August 2024, and this is what the Excel file looks like, and I'm sure yours looks something similar to this. It doesn't matter if it looks a little different because Arbitrack detects your columns, and then you'll be able to map it really easily, and I'll show you real quick. Alright, so I'm going to drag over my file here, and I'm going to set the lead list date to 2024 in August 27. That's when these leads were given to me. And this is the file name. I have the date even here. This is the header row number. So if you remember, the columns were in the second row and it auto detected that. But if you import your Excel file and Arbitrack is not detecting the right row number for your columns, you can edit that here. And then you can see a preview of your leads here. Once that looks good, you can click next step. Alright, so now we're mapping columns. This is actually really simple, trust me. So Arbitrack only requires 4 fields, okay? The source, which where you found your product, the ASIN, the buy cost, and the sell price. These are the only required fields. And then we have optional fields, like the lead date, if you had it in there, discount code, notes, even more notes, IP complaints, or monthly sold. So these on the left side are what Arbitrack wants, and on the right side is where you can select the columns that Arbitrack detected from your Excel file. So in this case, when we select this, our source is going to be the retail link. In my Excel file, it was a hyperlink, if you remember. That's why you see this here. So it's going to parse out the hyperlink ASIN. We have a column named ASIN, and it has a map detection here, just a assist, buy cost, and the sell price. And these are all columns from my Excel file again. And in my spreadsheet, I didn't have any discount code columns, but I did have notes and monthly sold as well, sales per month. Yep. So now that I have that, we're gonna go to the next step. This is the review and import, just making sure our column mapping looks correct from what we did just a step ago. And just make sure all these look correct. Looks good to me. And then we're just going to click import leads. And it's importing. Looks like all of them imported successfully, except this one said it failed to fetch product data. Most likely because that ASIN doesn't exist anymore. So if you look at my spreadsheet, this XM right here, just going to open up this. Yeah, this ASIN doesn't exist anymore. That's why it's having this error. All right, cool. Not really an issue. So let's go back to our lead bank. So we have successfully imported our Excel file into our lead bank, and now we have these leads that are being continually updated with the current Amazon prices. I'm just gonna hide this sidebar here so we can see a little more here. All right, so now we have our leads. You can see on the left here, this is the date of the lead. And if you hover over it, it's what lead list is under. And next column, we have sources. So this is where we found it. So every lead has a source and the ASIN link so you can quickly access it. And then we have the original buy cost we put on the lead. I'll go over ROI, source, and current buy cost in a second. And then we have the current sell price and the current profit and ROI. So to get more accurate profit and ROI, we actually need to go to the settings to put in our inbound shipping fees. And I'll put in 60 cents. Scroll down, click save. Then it's going to recalculate all the ROI. If we go back, you can see all the ROI pretty much dropped because now we have an extra fee on top of it. You can see here. So at this point, you can just start looking for the leads that are green, because these are the ones worth looking at, because if you can buy it for the same price, then you're gonna have, this one's gonna be profitable, right? And you can see here, this is the one that had that error. So if we go to this link here, it doesn't exist anymore, and then we can just go to actions and delete it. So now we have a clean lead bank. And so let's say for this Avita hairbrush, if we can find it for $9.98, and right now it's $13.50, so it's a little more expensive. But that's where this current buy cost comes in, and you can put that in here, 13.5, and it'll recalculate the ROI, and it still seems like a pretty profitable lead. But if you wanted to go back and calculate with the original buy cost, all you have to do is hit this toggle button, and it'll calculate the ROI using $9.98 instead of $13.50. The next powerful thing about this is if you want to only look at everything that is like above 30% ROI, you know, there's two ways to do filters. Right, this one up here has like everything laid out, or you can just hover over this column and say I only want to see stuff that is 30% or higher. And now we only see these three. And you can do other things like, you know, say I only want to see things that are above 25 bucks. At this point, you're only going to see this one. Now, the real power of this, you can imagine, is when you're filtering through hundreds or even thousands of leads, and you're able to get through them really quickly instead of just looking through them one by one. Alright guys, well I think that's it for this video. The main points I wanted were just to show you how to get your leads imported in here so you can start really saving time and filtering through them. I'm going to make more videos on the lead bank to show you some more features on how you can save even more time, and how to categorize them and put bookmarks on them and all that. So yeah, stay tuned, and until then, see ya.